You can imagine they just won a massive battle, and yet in the end, what have they won in terms of dunya? So amongst the Quraysh, there's people who say that the Prophet ﷺ is he's giving to his people and he's forgotten about us. Now I want just to read the khutbah of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the Ansar. They come to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they say, in fact, one of them actually says to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who says, "This is a taqsim. قسمة ما أريد بها وجه الله." This was a distribution that the face of Allah was not desired. In other words, it wasn't just. And the Prophet ﷺ became very angry until his face became red, and he said, وَيْحَكَ مَنْ يَعْدُلُ إِذَا لَمْ عَدَلُ. Woe to you, who's going to be just if I'm not just? And then, but he didn't take retribution from the man, and again, Khalid and Omar actually wanted to kill him for saying that. And the Prophet ﷺ said, he said, لَعَلُهُ أَنْ يُكُونْ يُصَلِّي. Maybe he prays. And they said, if he prays, he just prays as a munafiq. يُصَلِّي بِلِسَانِهِ لَا بِقَلْبِهِ. And the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنِّي لَمْ أُؤْمَرْ أَنْ أَنْقُبَ عَنْ قُلُوبِ النَّاسِ وَلَا أَشُقَّ بُطُونَهُم. I wasn't commanded to look into people's hearts or to split open their breasts, to look inside. And so he left them. Now, at that point, he gets word that the Ansar have said what they're saying. So he asked for all of the Ansar to come together. And he's got them alone. The Quraysh aren't there, the Muhajirun aren't there. And he says to the Ansar, it's a very powerful khutbah. He says, يا معشر الأنصار ما قارة بلغتني عنكم. Oh, you Ansar, what's this thing I'm hearing that you're saying? Right? Because what they said is, إن هذا لهو العجب يعطي قريشا ويتركنا وسيوفنا تقطر من دمائهم. They said, this is really a wonder. He's giving the Quraysh, and our swords are wet with their blood. You know, we've been fighting them all this time, and now he's giving to them, he's not giving to us. So he comes and he says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you know, what's this thing I'm hearing you're saying? And then he says, أَلَمْ أَجِدْكُمْ ضُلَّالًا فَهَدَاكُمُ اللَّهُ بِهِ. Didn't I find you astray? And Allah, He guided you by me. وَعَالَ, and didn't I find you impoverished? فَأَغْنَاكُمُ اللَّهُ بِهِ, because they didn't have anything. And then they were given things. And then He said, وَأَعْدَاءً فَأَلَّفَ اللَّهُ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ بِهِ. Didn't I find you enemies? And Allah, He brought your hearts together because of me. Right? Because the Aws were Khazraj, they were fighting Bu'ath. Remember Yawm al-Bu'ath, right? It wasn't that long ago. He said, Inna Qurayshan hadithu ahad. Quraysh, these people are new with they're just coming out of kufr wa musiba and calamity. Wa inni aradtu an ajburahum wa ata'allafahum. And I wanted to make them feel better and to bind them. And then he said, أغضبتم يا معشر الأنصار في أنفسكم لشيء قليل من الدنيا ألفت به قوما ليسلموا. Oh Ansar, are you going to get angry in yourselves because of some paltry thing from this world that I'm using to bind the people and bring them together so they become Muslims? وَوَكَلْتُكُمْ إِلَى إِسْلَامِكُمْ الثَّابِتِ. And I leave you trusting your Islam that's so firm. وَلَا يُزَلْزَلْ. And nothing can waver it. And then he said, أَلَا تَرْضَوْنَ يَا مَعْشَرَ الْأَنصَارِ إِنْ يَذْهَبَ النَّاسِ. He said, aren't you content, O people of the Ansar, that these people go with goats and sheep and camels? وَتَرْجِعُوا بِرَسُولِ اللَّهِ إِلَى رِحَالِكُمْ. And you go back with the messenger of Allah. فوالذي نفس محمد بيده لولا الهجرة لكنت امرأ من الأنصار. If it wasn't for hijrah, I would be a man from the Ansar. ولو سرك الناس شعبا وسرك الأنصار شعبا لسركت شعب الأنصار. And if everybody went down a path and the Ansar went down another path, that's the path I would go down. Allahumma irham al-Ansar. Oh Allah, have mercy on the Ansar. Wa abna al-Ansar, and the children of the Ansar. And so he didn't finish his speech except that there wasn't a dry eye amongst all of them, and their beards were wet with their tears. And they said, Radina bi Rasulillah, qisman wa hadlan. They said, we are content with the Messenger of Allah as a portion and the booty that we get. Allahu Akbar.